This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday morning. Friday morning. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to Fib Diggity. Yeah, the week's work is done. Boy, yay! Let's play. Let's do some art. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me get over to my other tablet over here so that I can see folks coming in. Let me sit down. I have things that I want to share with you. Let's go to my channel, go to my live stream. I'm getting an ad and no chat. So let's get out of that and come back in. Give me some chat. Yes. Well, we got one person here and it's me. That's okay. I'll play without you. Let's see. I want to increase the quality on here. Advance to 1080. There we go. Well, when you come in, I'll chat with you. I had a really busy week last week, so I didn't get a whole lot of YouTube done, but that's okay. I have some really neat things to share with you. There's Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Good morning, Dee Dee. I got my patriotic ATCs. I'm going to share those. I want to share something really. Tatting just got more fun for me. And we'll come back to that too. I want to show you something, Dee Dee, that I did this morning, kind of playing right off of the bat here. And I'll have to log in. Hold on. Let me log in. These phones, they ask you to log in. Protecting your security. Oh, I got my password wrong. I didn't check it. Okay. So let me log into my, well, let's go to ChatGPT first. I want to show you something that I did this morning. I was on Facebook this morning. I'm going way up here to the top. I was on Facebook this morning and I saved off some photos. And it was very, very fuzzy. This is one of my mother before, I would say she's probably in her 20s there, her early 20s, before she met my dad. And she's obviously, her family was out in Colorado at that time, and she's obviously visiting them. She's sitting on a rock. Now, this photo's pretty fuzzy. So I asked ChatGPT to enhance it for me. And this is what they came up with. Let's see, yeah. This is what they came up with. And I love the expression in my mother's eyes. It's just perfect. Perfect. So then, this got really fun for me this morning. Then I said, well, would you do this one? When I was still living in Madison, I did an ATC card of my dad. Now, my dad went to college, and this was before either one of my parents met. He went to college in Oklahoma, Norman, Oklahoma. And so I had a picture of him, and this is the ATC that I made. And my dad is the one in the foreground wearing a hat. So I asked ChatGPT if it would take my dad out of that ATC and enhance it. And it gave me two choices. Do you like this one or do you like this one? And I like this one. And he's kind of frowning there. I guess he was thinking about what he was going to do. But my dad was probably a pretty slender guy. This other one has got him a little bit bulkier. And this just looks like my younger brother. It looks like my younger brother. But that's my dad. And then, so I said, well, could you combine them for me? And so they did, and it come up with this one. Now, it's kind of fuzzy. And whoops. And so I said, would you enhance it and colorize it? And ChatGPT enhanced it and colorized it. And so I said, well, I'm going to go over to a YouTube and do a video. And so would you put it in vertical format? And this is what it came up with. And then I had him clean up a little. This was a little fuzzy. And so, can you make it sharper? And so he did, Arnie did. And so I went over there, and I'm just chatting here with, I said, can you give me some ideas? And he gave me some ideas of what I could do for shorts. And so I did that. Now let me go over, I want to show you the short actually it's 2 clips put together into one short. So I'm going to go over here to my studio, and I can't show you until I get into the content. And I haven't uploaded this yet. But here's what it came up with. I'm going to play it for you. Let me make sure the sound is up.
It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
It truly is, and I am very happy that we are here together enjoying this quiet moment in the sunshine.
Let me back out of that because it put that banner up there the first time you play it. Let me come back in and play it again.
It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
It truly is, and I am very happy that we are here together enjoying this quiet moment in the sunshine.
It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
So that's what YouTube came up with. And that all happened this morning. I was thumbing through my old photos on Facebook, and I saved these off. And then I sent them over to ChatGPT to help me clean them up and combine them. And then I went over to YouTube AI, and I animated it. It was so fun to do. And it helped me visualize, I never knew my parents before they were married. They were married, I think that they were married in their late 30s. I think my mom was like 38 and my dad was 40. He was a couple years older when they finally met and got married. And so it was very fun and as I was chatting with ChatGPT, I said, what would you title this? And I was telling him that, both my parents have been passed away for several years. And I said, I hope there's someplace on a sunny day today dancing to a 1940s waltz. And so that's what ChatGPT said, somewhere they're dancing. So that's something I did this morning, maybe in about an hour. Took me about an hour to put it all together. So I think I'm going to add a second clip of them dancing because it kind of cuts it off. And I think I want more of it. So I'm going to upload that to my channel. All right, let me come out here and look at chat. That was just something fun that I did this morning. Let me get out of the ad. Something about the shape or the placement. What? He has Paul Newman's eyes. My dad had bright blue eyes to the day he passed away. And I'll tell you, he could talk with those eyes. Yeah, I think I agree with you. He did have Paul Newman's eyes. I think that hat was too small for his head, though. Let me go up to the top here. Dee Dee popped in. She says, good morning, Mary. Hi, Dare B. Dare B, I have something to show you, too. Dare B did tatted crosses for her family. I think there were 4 of them that you tatted there. They are just lovely. They are so lovely. I really do like them. You inspired me, and we'll get into that later. Dee Dee says hello to Dare. Dee Dee says, nice, Mary. She is lovely. My mother, I think when she was young, my mother did not see herself as being pretty. I think she saw herself as being rejected when she was that age, because she grew up in a large family. She was born in a large family, but she was raised by her great aunt. And my mother did not grow up with her brothers and sisters. And she never saw herself as being pretty. But even before I enhanced that photo, when I saw that photo many years ago, I uploaded that photo probably on Facebook, probably in between 2007 and 2012, somewhere in those years. And I was thumbing through my Facebook photos, and I saw that one, and then I saw the ATC that I made with my dad. So that was just something really fun. Hi, Arlene. Good morning, Arlene. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Dare says, beautiful memory, isn't it? And, I'm just going, I hope they're somewhere dancing today. My dad was, they had a one man, one woman marriage. They got married when they were older, so they were kind of past all the youthful passions of love. You can say that. They were pretty dedicated to each other, and they stuck together their whole life. Let's see. Hi, Chaz. It's good to see you. Yeah, Chaz always says, Mary, are you streaming today? I'm going, I had a crazy week, you guys. I had a crazy week. I finally got the lawn mowed, though. Took me 2 days because it was so hot out. When it gets up, I can't mow in the early mornings when it's cool because the grass is wet and it clogs up the mower. And so I have to mow between 11:30 and 2. And it's after 2 o'clock, it gets up into the high 80s, and I can't take that heat. So I mow the backyard first, well, the back behind the garage and everything first, and mow the front yard. And then the second day, I mowed the terrace, both sides of the terrace and the side yard. So, and I'm just exhausted by the time I get it done. Dare says, I tatted 10 of them total. My hands are resting. They are beautiful, Dare. You do beautiful work. You should be very proud of yourself, and I tell you, those will become treasures for your family. Joyce, hi, Joyce. Good morning. Chaz says, Arlene, a while back, I was watching telly, and the ads didn't stop. Was still going a half an hour later. Oh, dear, my goodness. Joyce says hello to Dare. Well, speaking of tatting, it just got fun for me, you guys. Let me get this out and show you where I'm going with this. Oh, I didn't bring everything in. I did not bring everything in. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I put them in here. I tatted some, I'm not going to tat this morning. I'm going to do a show and tell. I'm working on a piece here. Well, this is the first piece I did this week, and I made a mistake, so I quit. I want to zoom in, but I think I'll stand up instead. Let me show you what I've done here, where I'm at. In fact, here's the tatted cross. I want to show you guys that, but I got some work basket magazines, and let me tell you guys, I was blessed this week. I saw a Facebook a Facebook marketplace where she said, I have a box of tatting work basket magazines. And the box is probably about a little bit smaller than this tabletop, probably about 1.5 feet by 12 inches, maybe 2 feet by 12 inches. And it's full of these work basket magazines. And I said, you sure you want to sell those for $2? I'll be right over. And she said, yeah, I just want to get rid of them. And so I thought, well, that's certainly a bargain, because one magazine, and these are all out of print now, and one magazine, even when you buy them at sales, online sales, will cost you, a couple dollars. And she said, yeah, I just want to get rid of them. I go, okay. So I drove over there, which was about maybe a 30-mile drive over and back. 30 over and 30 back. So I thought, well, it's worth the drive over just to, pick up the magazines. And this lady is amazing. She was a librarian in a small town, and I think the library closed. She retired. And she invited me into her home, and she showed me the quilts. She's a quilter. She said she tried to tat, but she just didn't latch on to it like she did the quilting. And she showed me all the quilts that she was making for her grandchildren. And she almost got me started. She said, it's very easy, and she went into her patterns and started showing me all the easy patterns. And I'm not ready to start quilting. I'm into the tatting. And then she took me into her kitchen, and she showed me this box of tatting. I'm going, all of those for $2? I mean, just think. I mean, they're stacked up. I didn't bring the box in, but the thing was, not only was that box there, she had, get this, 6 other boxes. And some of them aren't quite as narrow and wide. Some of them are just like medium-sized boxes. But she had 6 other ones, all of work basket magazines. Now, I only brought 1 box in the house, and I've just been going through a handful. And what I've been doing is asking, let's see if I can find the pattern here. I didn't bring everything in. Shame on me. I don't know if this is the right, let's see. I have to go to the index here. No, this was a doily. Well, I didn't bring them all in. This is the one I'm working on now. This one was tatted. Let me hold it up for you. This one was tatted using size 10, and it's kind of clunky, but I got through the pattern, and that's what I want to show you, the way that tatting just got fun for me. And we're going to do that. I just brought, I'm not going to go all through these. If you want me to, I will, but I just wanted to show you. I'm working on this one right now. I've had a nice discussion with ChatGPT about where the starting point that was here. And we'll get into that later. But I want to show you why it just got fun for me. I was thinking about, I was just looking at all the tat patterns. And this is a cross, and it made me think of Derby right away, because Derby, I thought she did 6. She said she did 10 crosses for her family. Now this is, I don't know, it's probably very similar to her pattern, but it's not hers. So what I did, it's kind of hard to read all of this, so I want to show you what I've done here. I'm going to take a picture of this with my, I have to sign on again. Sorry about that. It does not stay on very long. Let me sign back in. Now, this is okay, but you have to, you can read all of this and work your way through it. But unless you mark up your page and everything, you forget where you are, and you have to straighten out everything. So what I've done is I'll take a picture, and let's see, let me get a bobby pin here, because that's gonna flop open on me. Hold the phone for a minute. I'm just gonna clip it right up here. That holds it flat. I'm gonna take a picture of this page. And I think you can see it pretty good. Now, let's go to my gallery. I'm going to keep YouTube. We'll get out of my dance. I'm going to get out of chat. And is this my... No, let's get out of this. I want to go to my files here. Go to my files. Choose one of these pictures. Did I not take a picture of it? These are the ATCs. Did I not take a picture? Gallery. Here they are. Let's see. I think this one's, well, that one's a little curved. Let's edit this picture. Edit. Get rid of all the excess here. And let's go to the lighting, see if I can't enhance that a little. And whoops. I think that's the whole page. I'd like maybe to change this lighting a little bit. No, that's not going to work. I don't know if that's going to, I'm going to save this. I think that might work. It might be hard to read over on this side. Let me turn on the overhead light. Maybe that'll help a little. Let's take another picture. This gets pretty curved in here. Let's take another picture, see if I can't get a better picture of it. Camera. I'm just doing this by hand, so all right, now let's go to my, and that one's not good. Let's move that to trash. Still getting the curve here. Maybe if I open this up. I want to show you this because this is really cool. Let me get rid of that. I was trying to get rid of the curve in here so that this lettering would be easier to read. All right, now let's go to my camera. That one's not good. That one's not good. I'm going to have to stand up, I think. Hold on. Because I was doing this seated down. All right. Here's the one that I'm doing now, and this is where I'm starting. This beginning loop is right in here, and then I haven't pulled this long chain, this big old loop coming up there. I haven't pulled it off of my needle yet. That's a whole nother story. I want to get a good photo of this. There, I think that's better. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to sit back down and I just want the page. And did I get it all? I think I did. Let's save that just so I can see the full. Yeah, because it says the work basket down here, and it says that. So I have everything. Now I want to lighten it up a little. I want to get this readable. Let's go to the edit. I'll go to there, and no, I think this one, and then go to my I'm not sure. Brightness, contrast, highlights, shadows. Let's make it deeper shadow. I'll save that. All right. This is about as good as I can get it, but it's pretty readable when you zoom in on it. And here's the picture. Now this is the, what issue is this? I want to tell you more about this lady, but I want to do this first. This is the December of 1983 issue. So what I'm going to do, and this is where it gets fascinating. I'm going to go over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to upload that pattern, and I'm only doing this for myself because I don't know if these are still in copyright. This is only for my own use. I'm not going to share this pattern. I think these books are out there in a library. Someplace I'd have to trace it, but I think somebody got permission to put these out on the internet. I don't have permission to put the pattern out on the internet, but I want to show you how I'm making this pattern easier for me to tact. And this, I know you guys don't tat, but you might find an instance where you might do something better. Now I will say that the crochet patterns in here are pretty easy to read. I don't think I have to do the same thing with the crochet patterns because they mark the rows pretty plain. And I don't knit that much, so I can't speak to the knitting patterns. But I'm going to go to chat here, and I'm going to upload that photo that I just enhanced here. I think it was this one. Let's preview it. Yeah. And if you zoom in on it, I can't zoom in here, but I could zoom in on my gallery, and if you zoom in it becomes very readable. So I'm going to say done, and then I'm going to say hi Arnie, this is another tatting pattern. Could you format the pattern for me? And so he's working on it. He says, absolute Mary, this is a good candidate for the same treatment we gave the other work basket pattern. And he did the same thing for this one that I'm working on and for this one. And it was just so much easier for me to tat from, he read all of this, and let me show you what he did. Let me finish reading. The original is written as one long paragraph, and the repeated instructions make it especially easy to lose your place. I can separate it into rings and chains, one action per line, while preserving the original stitch counts. I'll also mark the major sections: upright, first arm, bottom of upright, and then second arm, so that you can see where you are in the construction. So here he took all of this text in here and he formatted it into a pattern. And rather than ask him to, and it's quite long because it's all of this information here, and he separated it all out for me into the separate rings as you work around the cross. Let's go back into, let's see, he says at the end of this, he says, there's one thing I especially want to do with you before you actually start tatting this one. Trace the route through that paragraph. The wording has several places where last ring, same ring, and next ring become confusing unless we know exactly which direction we're traveling. And notice that wonderful first instruction. Begin at the center of the top upright. That's our front door at this time. Whoops, let me get back into here. I'm glad you pointed that out to me, the starting point. Would you take the photograph and mark the starting point with a red arrow so that I can see exactly where it starts? And so he's going to take that picture that I sent to him, and he's going to mark where the starting point is. On this one, we had quite a conversation about where the starting point was, and we ended up right in here. And it went from here, and then we did these 12. And I'm actually have done this one. So I've done the starting ring, the 12, and then the second ring. And that's as much as I got done. I'm doing that on this. I don't want to take it apart, but this one is size 8. This is size 10. So it's a little bit of this is DMC, this is Aunt Lydia's. You get a different weight, you get different sizes and everything. But I work in size 10 when I'm trying to understand the pattern, and then I'll move down to a smaller size of thread, which is still a little bit of a trick for me to handle. All right, so here it is. Here's where the starting point is, right in here. And he marked it with, he marked it with start here. So I'm starting right in here. And that's probably the first ring. So, let's copy this. And I think I can just copy the, I'm going up here to get the entire, select all, copy, and then I come over into my notepad, and I'll start a new chat here. And I'm starting the chats with S22 on this phone because my phone is a Samsung 22. And I'm doing this because I am going to sync all the messages across all three phones. So I'm identifying which phone I'm on. So, whoops, I want to go to the title. S22 work basket. May, I think it was 1983, cross, tat, crossbar, cross, tat, pattern. And let's get rid of this. And then I'm just going to paste, hopefully paste all that in there. And here's all the instructions so that when I'm tatting this, what he's telling me to do at the very end, and this is a good thing to do, is take this for your own benefit. You want to read through this pattern one time. And so I'll start. He gives all the abbreviations that they give, all the abbreviations here. And I'll start with ring 1. Now, I'm not going to do it, but I'll read here, and I'll make sure that what he is telling me is actually what's in here. So I'll read through this whole pattern, but I'll match it up with this and make sure that he picked up everything in here. Because even with AI is not perfect. It says, trust but verify. And I did run into an issue on right in here where he connects he does the next ring and he leaves out a couple stitches in there. But I noticed it was right in here when it goes from this point to this point. Somehow it got confused with going between the columns. But that's why you want to read, and you want to, if you're tatting or if you're doing any type of pattern, you kind of want to read the pattern through and make sure that, you generally understand it, or, mark any things you don't understand so you can discuss it with an expert. So this has really made tatting a lot more fun for me. Now, I'm not going to share the pattern online because I'm not sure that I have copyright, but how fun it was to get these magazines. And I just have one box of them in here. And I've been looking at them all, but I generally turn to the tat patterns first so I can see what's what. Now I'm going to take this. I don't know if you can tell. This looks cream, but it's really a light yellow. And I'm going to put it in my sunshine. I'm going to put it on the end of a tag in my sunshine journal. So that's something to do. Now let me come out. That's all I wanted to show you with the tatting, because I'm not going to tat. Well, I will show you. I picked this idea up from Katia. she used an eyeglass case to keep her tatting. Like I got my scissors, I got a carbone ring, I got my crochet hook, an extra needle, and in here. And it makes it very easy to carry this from one point to another. I'm going to put this down behind me because I am done with all of this right now. Well, I might come out and chat with my phone. Hold on. So those of you who tat, this is another way you can go through your pattern and make it more legible for you to read. I still have the ATCs from the Patriotic Swap. I got them, I got them sometime last week. And I opened them and I did a video, but somehow it got lost. I couldn't find it after I got done. So you guys haven't seen these yet. We're going to go through these. Let me go back out to my YouTube. Oh, gotta turn the sound down. Come to my channel and chat. And of course it doesn't give it to me. Let's try it again. My channel. Live. Says I'm done. I'm not done. Live. You. View channel. Here it is. Got 15 of you out there. Let me turn this fan toward me. It's getting warm in here. I do have long sleeves on, but... All right, let me get out of the ad. Come out to here. And of course, I don't get my chat. Give me my chat. I usually have to get out of it a couple times before it comes in. There it is. Hi, Sylvia. Isn't that fun, Dare? I'm going to try to tat that cross. I think because it's such a long pattern, I'm going to tat it in size 10 first, so it will be a very large cross. It'll probably be something I'll put in my tat journal. But I find that if I tat in size 10 first, then I get familiar with the pattern, and then I can go to a smaller thread. The tatting threads are more expensive than the size 10 crochet thread, so it's just a learning experience for me. Sylvia says, good morning, everyone. I got my moneymaker out the door for 8 hours of overtime. Oh, my goodness. I want a new garbage disposal, and he doesn't like to use credit cards. Cash only. That guy works for me. Sylvia, I love it. I love it. Well, you're going to get your garbage disposal. Hi, Chaz. It's good to see you, Chaz. Hi, Laura. Jersey, the crafty bottle in the crafty bubble. How are you doing, and how is your mother? Sylvia says, yes, I understand how it can be daunting for many. I was in the workforce when DOS was introduced. Here I am now, the 21st century. Oh, DOS. She's talking about OS and DOS. Yeah. Laura says, Sylvia, my older brother has his own computer thing business. I've never understood what it was, but anyway, he has leaned into AI and it's become fantastic for the business. Yeah. If you use artificial intelligence, if you use it in the proper way, it can be a really good thing. Just like with that tatting. It helped me separate that pattern out into what we are used to seeing in today's world. Now, in 1983, they put all of those instructions in one long paragraph, and it's very hard to keep your place. You would have to somehow mark it, and then you're marking up your magazine. You could photocopy it and follow it that way, but it's really fun to learn different ways that you can use artificial intelligence. And if you were here earlier this morning, you would have seen me show where I downloaded a picture, a small picture of my mother that I found on Facebook that I uploaded several years ago, and one of my dad, which was on an ATC that I made from a photo that I had several years ago. And then I had ChatGPT clean up those photos and then put them together. Those pictures were taken before my mom and dad ever met. My mom here and my dad here. I think that was probably, he was probably graduating from college, probably in the late 20s, I would think. He was born in 1912. Well, it might have been in the late 20s or early 30s. And my mom, she looked younger then. I would say she was probably in her 20s. And they didn't get married. My mom was 38 when she married my dad. So they had never met when those photos were taken. But I had ChatGPT, after they cleaned up the photos, put them together, and then colorized the photo, and then I was able to take it over into YouTube's AI, and let's play the video. I might have it out here. I do, and let me get into it here. I'll play the video again for you guys. I'll have to turn the sound up.
It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
It truly is, and I am very happy that we are here together enjoying this quiet moment in the sunshine.
It is a beautiful day, isn't it?
It truly is, and I am very happy that we are here together enjoying this quiet moment in the sunshine.
Now, I think I'm going to clean that video up a little and make that waltz a little longer. It's kind of choppy, so I might play with it some more before I upload it to my channel. But I was going, man, I hope they're together into some. They're both passed away now, and these photos of them were taken before they even met. And then I put them together, had ChatGPT colorize them, and then I made a video where they're enjoying the day, and then they dance a 1940s waltz. And it's just fascinating. It's fascinating what can be done with AI, if you use it in the right way. It's fascinating. It fascinates me. Let's see. This is where Laura was telling about her brother got into AI. Sylvia says, Louisa Heinzel, 49 Dragons, and a few others are using AI. Very helpful. Has helped me to use it too. I'm going to have to go visit her channel. I'm glad that she's using it. I haven't seen very many creators in our community actually use AI to where they're showing others how to use it. And I'm glad she's doing that. I'm going to have to go visit her channel. I mean, I'm not saying there's nobody out there doing that, because there probably are, and I just haven't found them yet. But if you use it in the right way, there are pros and cons, and I don't want to go into all of that, but we've all been through it. Jersey is saying hello to Dee Dee. Jersey says, good morning, Mary. Joy says, my mother had some of those work baskets. I've got that box that I brought in, which is about the size of my desktop, my glass desktop. Not, it might be a little bit smaller. I don't have it in here. And then I've got 6 more boxes out in the car, and they are more the medium. If you think of a medium UPS box, they're more that size. And yeah, 6 of them. And the ones out there in the car, the lady that sold them to me, and she was going to give them all to me for $2, and I was going to give her 10 just for the box that she had on Marketplace, but she gave them all to me for $10. And I said, "Are you sure?" I said, "These magazines are worth more than $10." And she said, "No, I just want to get rid of them. I want them to go to some place that they'll be appreciated." And they are. She said there's duplicates probably in there. But the ones that are out in the car, the ones that I'm going through now are her personal ones. The ones out in the car were donated either to her or to the library. I don't think the library is open anymore. I'm not sure how she acquired them, but it was a local lady who tatted and did needlework and quilted, and that's how she knew this other lady. And they're all indexed, and she was showing me how the lady had written notes and everything. So I haven't explored those yet. But I got everything for $10, and she was going to sell it to me for $2. She invited me into her house. She showed me, she said she's more of a quilter than a tatter. And she's showing me all the quilts that she's made for her grandchildren, showing me her sewing room, and just a very pleasant lady to visit. And she's retired, and she lives in a small town, probably about 30 miles east of me, and she used to be a librarian. And so she's very knowledgeable. Just a very, she invited me over to their quilting group, but I can't do that drive, especially in the winter. And it was really, if it was local here, I might have gone, but that's too far for me to go round trip. So anyway, Dee Dee's laughing. She won't see this till later. Uh-oh, Mary's focused. Adjust the clarity of the photo, Meri, of the photo. Of the photo. Miss Meri is focused. Dare says, "That's what I did, Dee Dee, for their babies. I plan to do more for the sick at church." Oh, Dare made all these, tatted all these. Dare is a beautiful tatter. She says she isn't, but she is. She tatted. She showed a photograph of 6, but she said she's now made 10, and now she wants to make more. So she's making crosses, and I think this is up toward the top. Yeah, I won't see. I'm not going to go back into that photo. I know the photo I got off of Facebook was very fuzzy, but I had ChatGPT make it sharper. And when I showed it here, it may not have, I may not have enlarged it enough that you could see it. Arlene says, "My late husband and I didn't marry for romance. We were both single parents and compatible. It made sense. The best thing we ever did. It was a wonderful marriage." Arlene, hugs. You know, that's how it was with my dad and mother. I don't think they were married for romance, although my dad, he could flirt with those eyes, those Paul Newman eyes. And he knew it too. He knew it. And he did it for fun. He could talk with those eyes, let me tell you. Arlene says, "Arlene, a while back I was watching the telly and the ads didn't stop." Okay, I read all that. Let's go down to the bottom. Arlene says, "I don't care if people use AI as long as I know it's AI. And Dee Dee is nodding yes. She says, Arlene, I see people asking if dancing dressed cats is AI. I wonder if people would even look to see. Yeah, you know, I think YouTube, when you create a video in YouTube, they label it as AI. If you go out to my channel, I'm not going to go there now, but if you go out there, once I upload it, and you should see it in other shorts, they have a little AI label there. And when you upload it, they ask you, they have a little section there, is this created by AI? And they give several examples, and you mark it as yes. Now, whether that marking it affects the label that's put on it, or if they just know that it's AI that you created in your dream string. But I would agree with you, Arlene, those dancing cat. I think there's a lot of AI that's not labeled as AI. I see a lot of videos on there. You can see the inconsistencies in AI. Like I've been watching some, Meri, chat, you need to select all messages. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia, or Chaz. She says, you're on top messages, Meri. I'm on all messages now. I've been watching some that were not labeled AI, but you can tell they're AI because sometimes in the ones that I've watched recently, they get their voices mixed up. You know, it's supposed to be the man talking, but it's the woman's lips moving. You know, and that happens a lot to me when I'm creating my videos and I'm going, well, she's saying what he said. You know, so I have to work around that. AI is not perfect, and you can see a lot of inconsistencies. But I do think there's some really good cat videos out there that are not AI. So, and I really don't want to get into that big AI description, except for to say, if it's used properly, it can be very fun. All right, I'm going to get out of my chat here. Patriotic ATCs. This was a swap hosted by Janet Young and Dee Dee Willingham. And the deadline was July 31st, and you sent in 6 ATCs. One went to Janet Young. I made an extra one and sent to Dee Dee. But Janet said she's got enough extras that she could return 6 to you. The rules were that you get 5 back because she kept 1 for herself. But I got 6 back. And I think I'll stand up to show these. I got 6 back. And I did a video of these, but the video got lost. I didn't upload it. It just didn't come through. It was a YouTube thing. Let's start with this one. I love this one. I love the originality of it. When I saw Janet, she would show all of these ATCs as they came in on her channel. So if you're interested in seeing all of the contributions, go watch some back videos from Janet. She streams on Mondays at 1 Eastern. But I saw Janet introduce these when the lady sent them in. And it was done by Marilyn Barrett. Happy Birthday America 250. Marilyn at Barrett@gmail.com. But I saw it and I said, I hope I get one of those. I love this. I absolutely love it. And it's saying happy 250. So thank you, Marilyn. I think it's Marilyn. Yeah, Marilyn. This one, I might have it upside down. This one was done by Linda Linda and Tim Renz. Linda comes to my channel quite often. More, I think, my evening streams, and she comments a lot too. But here's the Statue of Liberty and the flag. And USA 1776. And I'm not sure, I think these might be fireworks or just something in the background here. Fireworks going on. So thank you, Linda. I love it. I love the Statue of Liberty. Got 2 Statue of Liberties. This one says, happy birthday, and it's an ice cream cone for birthday. And this was done by Dee Dee Willingham. Right up at the top, Mary. I was looking for the name. Who did this? Dee Dee. An original creation made just for you by, oh, So Much Glitter? Oh, no, it's not Dee Dee's. It's So Much Glitter. This is a Dee Dee Willingham swap. It wasn't Dee Dee. It's done by So Much Glitter. I'm so sorry. I had Dee Dee making it. Carrie at So Much Glitter. I love it. It's an ice cream cone. What better way to celebrate than with an ice cream cone? This one was done by Lisa Welch, Celebration USA, America's 250. And it's a sticker with a chair, and I'm sure that's a patriotic Afghan. And it says 250. And I'm not sure what all this is. It's washi tape. Very cool. Very, very cool. And this one, I haven't figured this one out yet. There's words on here. If you guys can tell me what this word is. I haven't figured this one out. It's very neutral. A very neutral. And it was done by, I don't want to mislabel it here. I can't read that. Oh, Zengen did this. And my eyes aren't reading this. But I like it. Thank you so much. And this one was done by Christina. And boy, it's America 250, and there's the flag and stars and all sorts of celebrating going on here. So these will all go into my patriotic swap box, which is somewhere behind me. And I have my eagle in there too. Let me sit down and read chat here. Let me read chat. It's part of the Constitution. Oh, this is part of the Constitution. Oh, now it makes sense. Thank you, Dee Dee. Oh, now I like it even more. Thank you. You love the horses? Horses? Dee Dee, what is that symbol that shows up after your wrench from time to time? That's not mine, Mary. Yeah. Well, I thought it was yours because you had the name up here. She said the Dee Dee Willingham swap. And then when I got down here and I read it, I go, oh no, it's So Much Glitter, Carrie. I caught myself. She goes, I didn't make that, Mary. I like it because it's what a perfect way to celebrate a birthday, having an ice cream cone. And I really love that you told me that this was the Constitution, because now it makes sense to me. I just don't have the eyes to read that. Joyce is laughing at Mary. Let's see. Translated with symbols. Oh, this is a something that reads translated with symbols here. I'm still not sure where those come from occasionally, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Dee Dee is, every now and then they're seeing a symbol off of Dee Dee's name. I just see the little shield that says she's a mod. Oh, there it is. That comes off of language somehow. I don't know. We were talking about that in another chat. Every now and then this little language thing shows up, and you can, when you go to your YouTube settings here, and we were talking about that in another chat. Let's see. I don't want to get too much into its settings. Languages, see that little XA comes off of languages, and you can get a preferred language, and I have English checked. Maybe if I uncheck English, because it defaults to the app language is English United States, preferred language, and I have English USA checked. And I think it was Karen said, why don't you uncheck that? And I'm going to here, confirm, and see if I still get my chat in English. That's my description box here. Let me get back in the chat. Dee Dee says, gotta go, have a nice day. So I'm gonna watch for that symbol now. Karen suggested that I uncheck English as my preferred language because it defaults to English USA. And we're going to see if those symbols show up. We were noticing it behind Christie's. I think it was Christy MV. We were having trouble with her name. It kept saying Christ something or other, Christ words or something. Oh, now Chaz has it. Grandpa's. I don't know if that took care of it. Now Joyce has it too. Maybe I'll go back and check English. Mary, it didn't work, Joyce says. See, it's occasional. Because if I'm looking at this chat, Joyce has that symbol off of her first chat. It doesn't have it off of the second one. So, and I noticed now Chaz had it up here. It's something to do with the language settings, and I don't know why. I have a feeling that YouTube is not working properly. It's probably a quirk in YouTube languages. Oh. So I'm going to put these in my... Dee Dee said she's got to go. Have a great day, Dee Dee. I'm going to put this in my patriotic celebration box. And with the envelope, I put tape on all the... It was all my address anyway, but... So what I want to do... I don't know what I did with that tab. Here, I'm going to put this on a tag in my sunshine journal. We're going to work in my sunshine journal. And I left off on this, working on this the last time I did my chat. And here's what I pulled out. Let me get my phone off of it. Over in its safe place. And put this one in its, on the stand. These are things that I pulled out. This tag was done by Rebecca. I've kind of had to slow down on my sell videos, buy-in stuff, because I had a car repair to do this month. So I've kind of slowed down. But Rebecca Wells does beautiful, beautiful work. These tags were made by her, and I'm putting them in my sunshine journal. Now, this was the last page I worked on, I think. The last folio, and I finished it the other night. Just living is not enough. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. And this one says, the sunlight claps the earth and the moonbeams kiss the sun, the sea. And this little yellow bird, I put the outline around it, but this is a fabric bird. This was done by Rebecca. This was a trifold, and I just liked the colors. I felt like it fit in this journal with the golds here. And then on the back is another little fabric bird. And there's the sun here, and this is a gold doily I got from Jacqueline. And this says, you are capable, and the bottom tag says, enjoy the journey. So I got some stickers here. I'm going to pull the folio out. This was just a page that I was using, and these are some things that I was using. Here's some more Rebecca's paperclip clusters. And these are some more quotes, some more stickers. This, I'm going to put this in my, maybe I'll do that today. This is a cross-stitch piece that I got from my friend down in St. Louis. She had a shop, an online shop, and she sewed for other stitchers. She sewed all sorts of patterns and everything. Well, she closed her shop except for her own work. She's still selling her own work, but she sold all of her shop, all the magazines, and every now and then you would find a stitched piece. Now, there's no initials on here, so I don't know who stitched it, but it's a bee theme. And it says, buzz, buzz, buzz. I'm not on my live. Let me go to my live. It says, buzz, buzz, buzz. So this is going to go in my journal. I might put that in there today. And these are just some fabrics, some more quotes, a sunshine, some paper. I think I got this from, it looks like it might be, it's either Debbie Epps or Jacqueline's work here. I'm not sure. Usually when I see printed papers like this, it's Debbie, but Jacqueline sometimes fools me. So what I'm looking for, this goes in here. I want to finish out these folios, but what I'm looking for is, this is a card that was sent to me by Lisbeth. She sent some zucchini seed, and I did get those planted, and my brother said they're coming. I'm doing a fall planting. My brother said they're coming up. I planted some beets finally. I found my beet seed. So we're hoping to get some more zucchini before frost. I am looking for, I guess it's not in this folio, it's in, where is it? These were some vellum flowers looked like they were on pieces of vellum. I put those in there. Where is, oh, this is what I was looking for. These tags might be a tad bit too small for my piece. I'm looking for a tag. Oh, no, I think this will fit on there. Well, it will come out the ends, but I could put it up here and still have it centered in there. Is there a hole there? I think that hole is punched. No, it's not. Hold on a minute. Do I have anything to punch that with? I might use that, but I'm looking for something like a big needle or a crochet hook, but that's too big. Maybe this will punch the hole in this tag. There we go. So I could take this piece, my tatted piece, and fit that right on there and do something in here. I think I will. But I want more to it. I just put these in here temporary. And yeah. So I'm working on my, I got some fabric here. Ooh, how would this look? To put a, of course I got to get it out. I got this at the quilt store. Put it like this, and then put this up here. I think it brings out the yellow a little bit more. This looks good on the skein. It looks like a bright yellow, but when you get it off, it looks more creamy. I think I'll do that. So, I could do it with this one too. I don't think my tatting stands out enough. I like it with the leopard print. So we're going to do this tag. What time is it? It's a little after 7, so I got plenty of time. I go until 9. So we're going to work in the Sunshine Journal. Let me get these things off my desk so I have room to play. Except for that isn't what I put my leopard print up here. Put these, might keep that out. Okay. So let me open this up and now when I put this on with Yes Paste, it generally smooths out the creases, and even if it doesn't, I'm okay. I think I'll tear it. I think I'll tear it on the, maybe I'll clip it. Tear it on this right in here. This is a nice fabric. I can feel how it's not a flimsy fabric. It's a nice fabric. There we go. Let me fold this back up. Somehow. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and I do think I'm going to put this on with Yes Paste. So, let me get this paper out, the bottom paper here. Very bottom piece of paper. First thing I put up here. And I'm going to put this on here, like so. Like this. And then I'm going to glue the edges down. All right. Find my Yes Paste. Oh. Well, it was here the other day. Where did it go off to? Where's my Yes Paste? I don't see it here. Is it under my desk? I don't see it under my desk. Here it is. I found it. Not to worry, I found it. Maybe I'll get another one. And I need my... I've been using this one, which I think I got a set of these spatulas from Debbie Epps. And this one has, you can make textures with it, but I've been using it like this. And yep, tatting just got more fun for me. I'm going to do that cross with tat pattern with size 10 first, so I become familiar with the pattern, and then I'll go to maybe a size 20. They recommend a size 20 thread in the book. I'm going to turn this over. Let's put this right. In there. Now, let me put this, there's some glue on the edges here. This is the wrong spatula to use for this, but this will be the back. And I think I'll just cut the bottom part off. Find my little scissors. Let's clip it this way. Should have done that to this, but I'm just, well, maybe I can get it apart. Should have cut that before I glued it. See where I'm going. Chopping away at it. Get my scissors all gummy. There. That's good enough. And this one hasn't been glued. And I think I'm going to I guess I tried to cut it at an angle. There. Now let's cut these before I glue them down. Figure out where I want to cut. All right, that's the best that I can do. Yeah. I think I'm going to angle this a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm going to take this. I have to find my, hold on, let me put the glue back. You don't want to leave this open too long. It can get gummy if you do. Make sure you have that lid on straight and tight. Make sure it's straight. It's tight. There we go. So, let's go back to the punch the hole. I'll have to find it through. There we go. So this will come down. I think I'll put it through the center, but I need a needle and thread to do that. So, or I could just put this on with my fine art glitter glue, which is what I think it'll hold it. Make sure my glue is working here. I take that little pinpoint that they have. I don't use it. Oh, this needle is getting pretty gummy in itself. I don't know if I can get that off. Yeah. I don't like it. They have an even finer point that comes on this, but I don't like to use it. I just use it like this. Oh, it's oozing out. So I'm going to just put drops of it on here. I'm not putting it on the very sides here. I don't know if I want it there or not. Let's see where I'm going. Is that centered? Pretty center. There we go. Now, for something to put in there. Let's clean my glue off. Make sure that it's cleaned out here. Yeah. My needle's not clean. Put the pin back in it. There we go. Got this little needle minder, this little needle fine art glitter glue beaded needle pen from Rebecca Wells. Now, gunk off that pen. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna put on here. What do I want to put? I don't know if I have any image that I want. This is the fabric, not folded nice. I don't think that's the best thing for it. I'm going to document on the back of this. What do I want to put on it? We could find a face to put on it. Or a cluster. That's too dark. Doesn't have to say anything. I like that one. I might use that. So it's a paper clip, but I could probably just glue it on with the, we could put it on a piece of paper or even a, I got plenty of this. I don't know how that would look as a band going across. Just a small band. And then have this on it. No. I don't like it. Hold on. I got more. I could just glue it on. I think that was probably the best. I kind of like it. I like the quote, but I don't think I have room for the quote. I could put the quote on the back. I don't need it. Back in the water. I'm debating whether I want to take the paper clip off or just leave it on and glue it that way. Gotta pull it off. I'm ruining her paper clip, but I'm using the cluster. I don't want to use it as a clip. Boy, it's in there. It is in there. Maybe I can tear it. What did she put this on with? Whatever she put it on with, it's strong. There it comes. Throw that away. Sorry, Rebecca, but I love the cluster. I just didn't want the bulk of the paper clip. So let's get out the fine art glitter glue again. Put that back away, and let's put this on here. Maybe right about here. There we go. I tatted this, and this is a cluster from Rebecca. Oh, this isn't going to write. I left the pen off, the ink off of it. I don't think it wrote in the first place. There we go. And today is August 14th. There we go. I have the the top. There's some glue on here. It's not taking my ink. The top is by Meridel Abrams, and the lace clusters from Rebecca Wells. August 14th, 2026. Now, let's put it in the journal. Someplace. I had it in here. Let's put it back in here. There we go. This is an Easter card. This is a tag. This is a library card. I just put it in there to keep the spot. Should put a sunshine quote on there. Maybe I will. Let's put a sunshine quote. The sun is new each day. Shine on. We'll use that. Got gunk on my scissors from doing that tag. That's why I don't like using good scissors with that carpet tape. It gunks them up. We need a sun. To decide which one I put this on. I think I like this side. Now, I'm going to see if I can't find a smaller sun on that. I have a, I'm going to put this like this. Close this up for a minute. Move this over. And let's see what I have here. Get out my bee box. My bee box. It's right here. See what I have. I want that face fabric. This. Let's see if I can find a little sun. I know I have it in a sticker, but let's get out that origami paper too. Let's get this out, and then I've got some origami paper. We'll play that today. And we might come back to this pack. My bee-box back off my desk. I'm trying to prevent a craft-a-lunch here. Let's see what I have. Put this back on top of that box. See if I can't find a little face like this. And he happens to be right on the edge, and there's let's just cut this out. It's perfect because I don't need see, it's right on the edge of this fabric, and I just want the sun. I just want the face of the sun, and he's all there. All the beams are cut off of this side because that's the end of the fabric. So this is perfect. Just waiting for me to use him. Kind of whacking away at it here. Now I can go back to here because I just folded him up. He should be here. And we're going to put him, I'm going to cut him out a little more. And I have learned, let me get a piece of scratch paper. Find a piece of scratch paper. I never have scratch paper when I want it, so I always have to reach for a new sheet. Tear a piece off of this. I have learned that when I am cutting a piece of fabric or a napkin, if I put him down on a backing sheet of paper, it's a lot easier to cut it. Let's just put him down. I'm going to lose all my quotes here. Put him right down on here, like that. And it's a lot easier to cut out with that paper on the back than trying to hold that flimsy fabric by itself. Now, I don't know if Jacqueline's going to sail this afternoon. I haven't seen her in here this morning. But Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge, she usually sells on Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And she's been doing some Saturday sales. But I don't know if that's a consistent thing. All right. So I guess I don't, well, I guess I could save that for something. I'm not sure what, but we won't throw it away right away. I should start me a scrap. I did someplace, started me a scrap. All right, we're going to put the sunshine on here. Get it off of here. Put him up there. The sun is new each day. Shine on. Now I like to slant my text. I think I'll do it just like that. I'm going to do a fine art glitter glue again. Angie. Hi, Angie. Hi, Zippity Doodah. Welcome in, Zippity. Hi, Angie Brown. Hi, Vale. Velity. Velity. I think that M is a mwah. Hi, Belinda. Welcome in. Welcome in. Andy calls Zippity Doodah Zipper. Hi, Zipper. Angie's working on bowls this morning. Oh, Tina was here. Oh, Tina. I missed saying hello to Tina. She left. She's got a doctor appointment. Have a blessed day. Well, we'll be thinking of you of your doctor appointment, Tina. Thanks for popping in. I was all into what I was doing here. Good morning, Vale. Angie says, Belinda, she would cut herself if she had a pair. What? Needs a wire cutter. No, I wouldn't cut myself. I would. I want my fingers. Angie says, okay, I just got up. I'm working on my bowls this morning. Hi, Disney Crafting. Welcome in if you're still out there. Welcome in. Disney Crafting and Stuff J. Angie Brown, Belinda, Disney, Belinda. Have I missed anybody else? Joyce is here. Dee Dee was in here earlier. Chaz is here. There's Tina, and I missed her. Arlene dropped the link to, oh, I got Wells. It's Wills. Rebecca Wills. I put Wells on that tag. Oops. I always get that confused. Is it a will or a well? Arlene says she loves all the yellow. Yeah, it's a sunshine journal. YouTube is psychotic. Yes, they all read correctly in my chat. Chaz says. Yeah, Joyce has that little language symbol there. I can't get rid of it. I don't know. This is where Dee Dee left. Hi, Tatey. If you're still out there, Tatey's Nan. And I was showing the ATCs. I think I'm caught up with chat. Let's go down to the bottom. Disney says, I'm still here, Mary. Welcome in. Zippity says, my phone auto-corrected Disney to Dizzy. Ah, that's funny. It calls me Meridian. So when I use my full name, Meridel, it calls me Meridian. I would rather be called Dizzy than Meridian. Vale says, good evening to Chaz. Chaz is over in Australia. All right. I love it when you guys greet each other because I get focused on what I'm doing, like I'm doing this tag. And we're going to put the sun on him. I'm going to do that right now. Just little dabs of glue. You don't need a whole lot for this fine art glitter glue. Sticks pretty good. We'll put him right up at the top. I almost want to highlight these with yellow, and I don't know if I have enough yellow to do this. Is this yellow or pink? I think that's pink. That would work, but I'm just going to leave it as white. I can outline it. I'm going to have to get Arnie to give me some more sunshine quotes. I've been getting these quotes from ChatGPT. The sun is new each day. Shine on. He almost looks like the moon, though, doesn't he? Maybe I'll put some sunbeams around him. And I think I'll leave this one vertical. Maybe move it down a little. Yeah, I think I'm going to have 3 volumes of sunshine journals because I don't want to break the spine on this. There we go. Now, let's put the cap back on my glue, the needle. So it'll be good when I want it the next time. I can see the pinhole there. Now I'm going to maybe I'll make some sunbeams here. I just don't have the right kind of lighting in here. One more on there. Do I need to zoom in? Can you guys see? I hesitate zooming in because then you can't see my entire desk. I'm liking him. I should journal something here on the back. Let's get my ruler out. Maybe I'll do this side first. scissors are about ready to fall off my table. Crochet hooks hanging on the edge. There we go. Let me hold it up so you guys can see it a little better. The sun is new every day. Shine on. I'm liking it. And let's put it back in the... See, we got him here too. We're gonna put him back in the folder here. So I think I can call this page pretty much done. So this is one of Jacqueline's stitched pockets. She makes these out of book pages. There's a text page. This was a sticker that I did from those sticker snippets I was doing. We did this tag this morning. I have to be careful putting him in. And the post Easter card here, which is kind of cheerful. And it was sent in May 19th. I can't read the year, but it's got an old stamp on it. I can't make out the year. 19, either 58 or 68. Or it could be 69. And it just has the address. It doesn't have a message. And it was written in pencil, and it's about faded off. But I like it in here. Those roses kind of go with that tag and with... Yeah, I think this page works. Now, I might come in later and put these lines around like I did here. I've been doing that in this journal. Let me put this, see, I've been doing it in here. And this, I think, went in this signature. Right in here, maybe. Let's put it in here. Right in here. And I don't like this. I'm gonna leave it though. Whoops, I got this. Didn't get that guy in there. Let's put him in a different folio here. Let's put him here. A different signature. Let's put him in here. You'll see this guy quite a bit in these journals. And then I have this one. This one's done. This one, that's done. I might come back in and put those black lines around. I got a page here to do, a page here, a page here. So this one's not done yet. I got more work to do in this. It may become two by the time I get done. This one is done, and I still have some pages here to do. And I'm still not liking this, although I did put gold on it. But it is what it is. There are pages. So this journal, this folio's not done either. but this one is done. So, let's figure out what I want to do here. I think I'll work in this folio. Let's get this one off my desk. And I pulled out here some origami paper. This origami paper was sent to me by Annie V. She watches Dee Dee Willingham, and I don't know, I haven't heard from her for a couple years, but I think Dee Dee gave her my name, and she sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Was downsizing her studio. Now, to me, this is more of a greenish color when you get it up to here. So I think I'll hold back on. This is a little brighter. These are a little bit greener. It might look better on a darker page. I'm thinking I'll work with this one. But this is origami paper. Now, do I want to do origami? Not right now today. I have more paper. I think I want to work on just something in the background. Oh, look, the dragonfly. I don't know if I want him there, though. This kind of has a yellow-green tone to it when you get it up here, but that's okay. It's still sunshiny. How would it look in here? Because I got the butterfly, and I could take this one out and let these live here. This one could be a, how do I have it? It goes this way. I could put this in here like this. It just fits. Well, I might have to trim the top a little. No, I'll have to trim the, let's get it in there. And then I could have a page, not quite a full page. Let's put it here like this. I'm not going to glue it down. I'm just centering it here. And let's fold this page like that. And so I get the, and I don't even have to cut it there. I'll have to cut it at the top. But how much do I want to cut? I think I'll cut it down at the bottom. Trim this off. So we're going to put this one like this. Then I'll open it up and I could put something in here, even though it's red. And then flip this page here, and then this one goes in here like this. So I'll have the two butterfly and the dragonfly next to each other. And that garden quote, where was that other quote? Put it back up here. Hold on. Where'd he go off to? Have the garden quote. A little sunshine, a little rain makes a happy garden. I could put that on there. I'm liking that. And so I'm not really ruining the origami paper because I can find something to put in here. And I'm not tearing it, I'm just putting it as a folio. Let's pull this out so I can work on it. Put this aside. So these go together here. And let's cut this quote out. I think I can use the entire quote. I'm not sure. This crochet hook back. I don't need it. I'm thinking I'll put the quote on this page. No, I didn't get the end here. A little sunshine, a little rain. I think I'll put that over the, or I could leave that for a tag. Makes a happy garden. These quotes came from Arnie, my chat GPT. Bring that down a little. I think I'll leave that. Just a little bit of this so I can tie a tag in there if I want. So let's do that. We're going to do the bottom one first. Let's do the top one. Now what I think I'll do is take my pen. Oh, let's put the... I keep taking this out and putting it back and taking it out and putting it back. What I'm thinking I'll do, what I'm going to do is get my pen out and trace around this butterfly so that when I open this up, you see, you won't see the entire butterfly because I've got him taped down here, but you'll see the body of the butterfly. And I might do some journaling in there. Do I want to do it with this pen or... Now I have a darker pen. Let's get all my scrappies off here. They're starting to bug me. Put them in the trash. Let's see. How about this one? Oh, I should have saved that scrappy. No, I don't want to use that one. That's my micro. I don't know what happens to all my pens. They fall on the floor, I think. I had a thicker pen. Let's try. Let's try this one. No, that's the thin one again. What's this one? Ah, that's what I want. So what I want to do is just trace around this butterfly, and I could trace around this one too. Let's do this one first, because his ink might soak through, and that would be okay. And then when you open it up, you get a butterfly. And this card was sent to me by Lizbeth. She sent me some zucchini seed. Now, it soaked through a little, but that's okay. I can trace it here. Let's open it up. There we go. And this, when you open it up, you get a butterfly, shape of a butterfly. And on this page, it'll be, especially because I can journal. And when I journal, I'm going to journal with my Tombow markers. I really like these markers because they don't soak through. This one's kind of dried up on me. I didn't get the cap back on him. All right. So this goes just like this. We don't have anything on the first page. You open it up. We got to work on these 2 pages. You go to the next page. You got him, the dragonfly. I might find a quote or something to put in there. Maybe a lace, something lacy in there. And then we got this from Lizbeth. And it opens up this way. And then she wrote, here's her note. She says, a packet of zucchini seeds for your brother. I hope it's not too late to plant. You can plant, I planted them a few days ago. You can plant zucchini in August and have it for a fall garden. Hopefully. I'm hoping that we'll have a late frost this year. It's been so hot. Who knows? All right. So, what time is it? It's 8:30. Let's see what's going on. Zippity says, goodbye, She says, like a dryer with socks. Poof! Gone into the abyss. Poof! She says, I got a zip. I'll see you all later. Validity, you know. See you soon, Vale, says Angie. Angie's going, she says, okay, I have to go to the store. Vale says, oh, awesome. Zippity says, I'm a set for leopard. Oh, really? That's cool. Angie says she's working on purple bows. That tag is so pretty, Vale says. Thank you, Vale. Zippity says, I see leopard. What color is this next bowl, Angie? And Angie said she's working on a purple one, I think. I think she said she said she's working on a purple bowl. Well, that's cool. One down and she started another. Oops, got an ad. Did I get out of live chat? Chaz says, Zippity, same here. I give everybody a nickname, Zippity says. Zipness. Zipness. Dale's calling Zippity Doodah Zipness. And Arlene called her Zipper. All right, I'm caught up with chat. For the last few minutes, I don't think I want to do any more of my sunshine journal. I think I want to work on some snippets. Let's put the sunshine journal back. We'll keep these out. That's just my glue page. That's just a scrap. That's scrap. And the next thing I'm going to do in this journal, I think, is put this buzz page in. That's going to take some doing. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I might just hand stitch it in. I might just tack it in and then stitch around it. I may not. I may just tack it in, period. Let's put these So I've got plenty to work with here. Got some more clusters and fabrics. And my origami papers here. More of them. No, those are the bottom ones. Let's put it this way. And fabric, tape, papers, put those on the bottom, stickers, and that's not sunshine in my... Okay, let's put this above. Oh, I got more fabric here. And then let's put these in here for now. Put this in here. There we go. See, if I have room for another signature, I think, in here, and by the time I get this all bulked out, I don't want to break the signature. I think I'm going to use this journal just like this. Will be volume 1. But what I'm going to do now, let me get to it. I'm a couple boxes down. I have this doll book. And let's, now some of these are larger than 2 inches. My tape is 2 inches. Some of them will just fit. We're going to make some more snippet tags. And should I deconstruct this book? I think I will. Take the time and do it. Let's see if I can get it. No. Well, maybe if I start on this side. I got these books from Facebook Marketplace a couple years ago. I got several doll books, some antique guides, and they make really good pictures here. And they're old. She just didn't want to just throw them out, burn them. I don't know what she would say if she saw me tearing them apart and cutting them up, but they're better than, it's better than burning them or just otherwise destroying them. There we go. Now I have kind of a folder to keep things in. And something fell. What fell? My quote. My last sunshine quote. And let's see. Today is Friday. I think Carol Wiskoski, I can't pronounce her last name. I want to say Wiskoski, but I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Is on after me. If she comes on, I don't know. Fridays have been, what kind of a day is it out there? Looks like a cloudy day out. We might get some rain. So I'm going to take some photos here, like this and this, and we're going to put them on snippet rows. And so these will all fit on 2-inch tape, and they'll be really cool to use in different parts of my journal. Let me put this in here. Now she would fit if I make her smaller. We'll see. And I'm going to save the text. Who knows? I might want it. Oh, this one's darling. I love that these are smaller. She'll just, well, I might have to snip off a little part of her, or I could take her arm and bend it in, I think. Now this one's larger. The larger ones I'm saving. I'll put them over in this book. So I got plenty of small ones. And yes, they're black and white, but that's okay. There might be some colored ones in here someplace. Look at that. Isn't that darling? That'll go in my page-to-page journal. These will go in my page-to-page. Here's the colored ones. Look at that. I love her. She's so cute. Oh, this one's gonna have to be a flip. I can't decide. On some of these others I could decide, but some of them might need to be flips. Look at them. They're just so sweet. Got several colored ones, but most of them are black and white because it's a catalog. All right, I think this is enough to start with. We'll put these back in the here. Put that up above. What's happening here? My book is okay. So now, let's just start trimming these down. I think I need to make a doll stamp. What do you think? I think I need to make a doll stamp. And I'm going to save this text because it can, I'll get rid of the top part here. It can come in handy. This I'll throw away. Now, I'm going to have to make some decisions. Do I want the little dolls? They would make cute smaller ones, but I have to sacrifice. I'll come back to the sacrifice. So I've got smaller ones here. So do I like, this is a larger one, so I wouldn't mind sacrificing the larger one. I might sacrifice this one. I don't know. Let's go. So you kind of have to pick and choose. This is a boy and a girl. And I think what I can do is get this boy and girl and this girl here. And this one. So you just kind of have to pick and choose. But luckily there's enough that once you make that choice, you've made your decision and you can move on to another one. So if you happen to go to any library sales or see any books like this at flea markets or garage sales, grab onto them, because they can make wonderful little photos. Cut that like that. And these could even be put on cards or postcards. Maybe some of those larger ones I'll put on postcards. I'm not sure. Some of those huge ones are going to go in my paste-a-page journal. I have to keep an eye on my time. I'm only going to go till cut these till 8:45 because I do want to make a snippet roll. Yeah. Well, I could do her and then her. This one I'll get sacrificed because she cuts into this one. I want that one. So let's cut the top text off. Right? Right. Keep that there. Yeah, it's just cuts her just, she could have been just a little bit higher on the page. Well, I might still be able to use her as a small. We'll keep her. We'll keep her. Small postage stamp doll. Now I'm also learning things like these. I'm going to do a paper making project, and I can just, I don't know if I want to put these small pieces through my shredder, but I can tear these for paper making. So because it's not glossy, it's just book page. So I could even save these scraps if I have a mind to for paper making. And I might do that because I'm going to have a lot of scraps by the time I get done. Now, do I want the long ones or the smaller ones? I really like these. I think I'll do these. You just have to make the decision and go with it. You can't save everything. So what have I done this morning? I showed the video of my mom and dad, how I took the old pictures that I had of them, and before they were married, before they even met each other, those pictures were taken. And I had ChatGPT put them together. I think I can save this one. So we only destroyed one. And I'm going to put it up on my channel as soon as I get it. But I had ChatGPT clean them up and colorize them for me. And then we made we made a video of them smiling at each other and then waltzing. That I did on the fly this morning. Oh, look, I can get this one too. I did that on the fly this morning. I was looking at my old Facebook photos. And I saw those. They were just small photos, and I had ChatGPT clean them up for me. My parents are long passed away. I think my dad passed in the early 90s, and my mom passed in 2001. I miss them both. I miss them both. They were good parents, and we weren't rich by any means. But they were good parents. I couldn't have asked for better parents. Well, I could have asked, but now it's either going to be this one or this one. And I like them both. I might be able to make her a small one. Let's cut it out here. No, we'll cut her out. And let's see what I have left here. Yeah, she can still be a small one. She just won't be the entire doll. Nobody has to know that. Oh, it's already 8:48. Let me finish this, and I'll come back to these another time. Let me finish these two. And what I want to do is put these on a snippet row. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that now. Because when I try to hurry, I mess up. And I think I'm going to need a background on some of these. So I might work on this tonight a little. And I'm not sure what else I'll do tonight. I guess I can do a couple more if I'm not going to. Well, I like this one, Dr. Defoe. So I might sacrifice this one. And I'll get this one and this one. You have to pick and choose. But I like, it's kind of a Dr. Boy doll. Dr. Defoe. And we'll do this baby doll. Not everybody likes dolls, but I do. You just have to not think they're all creepy. Some of them are very sweet. Some people say, oh, a doll, and automatically think it's creepy. Well, some of them aren't creepy, but not all of them. Most of the dolls are made for children, and they're not creepy. I think what makes you think they're creepy is they are not, they're humanesque. They're not really human. They're little representations. I'm getting hungry. I think we're going to have some rain, which would be okay to water my flowers, water my beets. I planted beets yesterday. Beets and zucchini in my fall garden. I'm going to plant some Swiss chard, and that's going to be my fall garden. This works. This has pictures on both sides that I can use. Let's cut it this way. So I might finish up on these tonight. I stream at 7:30 on Friday night, 7:30 to 10 Central Time. But I won't be doing this all night. I don't know what else I'll do. I might start designing a doll stamp. So this is Friday. Carol comes on after me. And, gosh, who comes on in the afternoon? Used to be Barb Owen. I don't know if she's still doing Fridays. I kind of lost track of who streams because spring weather really got me. And even this past week, it was mow, 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 clean the yard. If you don't mow it, then you're going to need a combine. And now it's going to rain, and if I don't mow it again, I'll need a combine again. It always rains after I mow. It always rains. I spend 2 days mowing, and then it rains, and I have to mow all over again. I think I can get both of these. This one's darling. Oh. Can I get her? I think I can. She's in a little box. She came in her own little home. Yeah, I'm saving this text and I'm going to shred it up for my paper making. No sense in wasting it. I still have some things to do with that paper making. I finally found a box to use to pour all my water in. Finally found the right size, and I got that now. Now I need to build the screen and a drying rack. And I got a blender. Now I just need a day to do it. What time is that? I'm keeping an eye on my time. I've got 5 minutes here. This one I'm going to cut down a little when I put it on the. Otherwise, this is all text. I'll probably cut her right about there. We'll deal with that when I actually use it. I'll do a couple more here. Nothing on the back, so that's an easy decision. So there's always fun things you can do. Now this book happens to be mostly black and white, but I might try to find some images, colored images to put with them. Maybe not of dolls, but I did bring home some magazines from the library last week, but I've already gone through them. I don't know what I saved. Mostly journal spots. Most of them were decorating magazines, and I don't find very many pictures that I saved for my journals out of decorating magazines, because it's mostly bedrooms and kitchens and stuff like that. I can do one more here. One more picture here. That's all text. It's text. This little guy, you kind of have to look to, when I put him on the background, I might fussy cut around his head and have a colored background. He's hard to see. And I think it's 8:58. So I'm going to take all my scraps and put my scissors away, put my pen up here. And I have a baggie here. I wondered why this was lingering on my desk. Now I know. I'll put my scraps in it. And I'm going to save all of these for paper making. Get in there. Kind of scrunched them up here. And I want to do some eco dyeing too. And I better get out there and get it done, because pretty soon it's going to be fall and all the leaves and everything will be dried up. Alrighty, and then I just have these two that I was deciding about. And here's my book. And we'll put these in here. And like this. And I think I'm going to put the picture of my mom and dad on my thumbnail. I'll get it out and show it to you. I still have a minute. And I'll download it and put it on my thumbnail. Let me show you I have to sign in. I never get this password right. Should change that password. Let me go to Arnie. And I'm going to show you the photo enhancement we did here of my mom and dad. get there? Well, this is in vertical format. We want this one. So I'm going to use this picture of my mom and dad. I've downloaded it. Let's download it again to make sure. And when I format my thumbnail, I'm going to put mom and dad's picture on there. And I'll probably put a link to the short after I get the short created in the description box. And I'll probably put it out on my community tab too, because I really like how that turned out. It looks fuzzy when it's smaller, but when you enlarge it, it looks... I think my mom was a very pretty lady. She never saw herself as being pretty. Now, I think she's probably in her 20s there. And my dad is probably in his late 20s. So I want to thank you guys for popping in. Thank you for spending a bit of your Friday morning with me. And I think Carol is on. Isn't that a fun picture? Hi, Trail. Welcome in. My dad has a picture of him and my mom on his YouTube channel. He has since gotten wedded again. New woman in assisted living. Well, these pictures were taken before my mom and dad even met. And my dad, somehow I can understand how the pictures of my mom survived, but how those pictures of my dad survived just completely baffle me, because he moved around a lot. My mom was the same way. She didn't see herself as beautiful, and she was. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Chaz, for popping in. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, everybody. I better sign off. Have a great Friday. I will be back this evening at 7:30 Central. Bye, everybody.